welcome to another episode of Just a Bit Outside. I'm your host, Steve Ely, and along with me, as always, my co-host, Wes Cook.
Welcome back.
I know. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute, bro.
Back though.
We are. I don't know. I am just...
Weird without football.
It is weird without football.
Still riding high though.
As you should. As you should. That part is you and I kind of got a little geeked out about the fact that the combine starts this week. Started today.
Well, I mean, NFL always stays relevant, and they just do a good job of it, right? You have the combine. They'll go through until the beginning of March. Then you got draft news and free agency that happens in March, and then you have the draft in April, and then summer camp starts sometime in June. So
yeah,
NFL stays relevant, and they just do it right, and everybody's interested throughout the entire year.
Yeah,
it works well, man. They do a good job. They do a good job.
They do a great job.
Yeah,
that's why they're the biggest sport in America.
Very much so.
Because they stay relevant, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we were just discussing like top free agents and where they should go and what kind of thought process you may have, what team needs are and things like that. So
yeah, we'll dive into that here probably over the next week or two.
Yeah, absolutely. Get a little bit more familiar with it. Get a little bit more information. The combine started today, so still need a little bit more info there and what we want to, just to know what we're feeling. The prize jewel, in my opinion, is Abdul Carter, as I think pretty much everybody else's opinion, except for those teams that are in need of a quarterback.
Well, that's a lot of the early ones.
Yeah,
a lot, including Cleveland, in my opinion. Like, why they're still even attempting that.
I mean, you've seen it play out on the field. Deshaun Watson is just a shell of his former self, and that's what you're going to get now. He just doesn't even look like he gives a damn about play football, right?
I mean,
does he even care?
Somebody gave you $240 million guaranteed.
I mean, I'd at least go out and compete. He just doesn't look like it even matters. He's like, I'm just going to collect this check and go get my rub downs.
Apparently him and Justin Tucker.
Yeah, Justin Tucker loves him too.
Ooh. Lord. No bueno on Justin Tucker.
Skeeting on the bed and everything.
Dude, saw a meme that was like talking about Justin Tucker was only like 15 away from breaking Deshaun Watson's all-time record. And then whoever created it, like, it was just a funny, like, reposted as Deshaun Watson. I'm like, nope, that's my record.
That's awesome.
It was pretty funny.
What is it about players and massage parlors and stuff like that? And not necessarily players, I guess the NFL, because Robert Kraft's a big fan.
Oh, man, who knows? Who knows? But I guess if you had that kind of money.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just don't think that would be me.
I'm just not a big massage parlor guy.
I'm ticklish as hell, so I would giggle the whole time. Like, you gotta stop.
I used to get them back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Used to do in my 20s. We used to play rec league basketball here.
Okay.
And on
you
Thursday,
the Deshaun Watson treatment?
No, I didn't get any of that. Didn't get any of that. But I had a friend that was a practicing masseuse.
Oh.
And every Thursday after basketball, I got a massage. It was awesome. But when I realized that she was one, I was at work one night. I had a knot in the back of my shoulder. And she just, like, I'm sitting there rubbing on it, and she was talking to me. I was like, yeah, this is what I got going on. And she's like, oh, yeah, I can take care of that. And she just started rubbing on it. Dude, got it released, and it felt like my whole right side of my body went numb. I was like, oh, that is fantastic.
You just had a stroke?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It was great.
Like that Peter Griffin episode.
What
the hell do you think you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
That's my stroke on.
Lord. Yeah, but I have no idea where we're going to go this week.
Hey, let's have fun with it this week. There's not. I mean, we could get into basketball and stuff, but like you said, I mean, neither of us have been really involved with it. I mean, really, I tuned out. I was just so focused on football for so long. Like I caught.
You tuned out everything else.
Yeah,
I tried to. I like I've had to work so much.
Yeah.
That literally by the time I get done, I'm just beat. Like I said, I started watching the hockey game last week and fell asleep on the couch.
Speaking of, we got the game coming up soon.
Yeah.
Into next month. A month from today, actually. I think.
A month from today.
Nice.
A month from tomorrow.
Or tomorrow, yeah. Yeah, we'll be in Raleigh. Maybe we take this show on the road.
Yeah, we tried to last year and somebody forgot the cameras.
Well, we still did it.
We still did it. We had a blast last year. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun.
We should bet on the Hurricanes when we go. Well, we're 3-0 for being in that arena. So
I know.
I think that'd be a good idea, right?
I like it.
Yeah.
I know I'm trying to get us more tickets next year because we got a couple of guys that like, oh, I can only go on these days. I can only go on these days. I'm like, dude, you can give me a Thursday. If you can get a Thursday night game and you don't want to go, you give them to me. I'll make something happen on a Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
I can make something happen Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Any other day, that's iffy. It's iffy. Maybe, possibly like a Sunday afternoon. Maybe.
That one wouldn't be as fun unless you took my.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's fun because you don't have to worry about leaving that evening.
Yeah.
And we just do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah. But usually it involves us having several beers and
several beverages are had.
Yeah. No, was it last year or the first year, 2 years ago, where we went and it was 3-0 at the start of the third period. We're like, let's go check out the team store. And by the time we got from our seat to the team store, they had scored 2 more goals.
Yeah, it was not because we watched it in the team store.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah, it was wild. Spent a buttload of money at the team store for nothing for myself.
I know.
We bought those damn sweatshirts for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunate souls.
Yeah. I think Taylor's sweatshirt is at her mom's house. I haven't seen it since she wore it over there.
You get that back.
Yeah, it needs to live at my house.
I agree, sir.
It needs to live at my house. But I did go see it wasn't all work. I did go see the new Mark Wahlberg movie.
What is that?
Flight Risk.
Oh, I heard about that.
With him and Topher Grace. Pretty much all takes place on like a little prop plane.
Yeah.
But it is just like Wahlberg is the weirdest dude at it. Like just
That's the one where he looks bald.
Yeah, dude, he is bald. He's got the long forehead and then the big old bald spot in the back and this little tiny strip of hair right across the center. And I'm like, look, it weirded me out. But he makes a really good creep.
He does.
Yeah, I'm surprising. Like I enjoyed it. Should have shot that dude to begin with, but you know, I would have killed it.
I don't know the movie, so
well, I didn't try to drop anything.
Spoiler alert right now.
No spoiler alert. Just plot hole after plot hole.
Gotcha.
But every movie has those, so. But anyway.
Yeah, so we had baseball start back up this week. Spring training is in full effect, so you got exhibition games in Arizona and Florida happening right now. So
grapefruit and cactus leaves going on.
Grapefruit and cactus. Yep. So down there in Clearwater, the Phillies are getting it going. They beat the Yankees, and they tied the Yankees today. I think it ended up being 7-7 after. They don't play extra innings down there. So.
No, they don't.
No need. I mean, you're just moving guys around and stuff. I think Kyle Schwarber played first base today.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Just to give him out another position, see what's up. If Bryson misses any significant time, I mean, instead of having Kyle Schwarber DH all the time, you can put him at first. It's not necessarily a bad move.
That's not a bad move.
Yeah, I like the idea behind it.
Not a bad move. Not a bad move. I don't know. I've never been a big fan of the DH. I get it, but I mean, I guess it makes it more offensively exciting. But I always liked, there were certain pitchers that liked to hit. There were some that actually were fairly decent at it.
No, who was it? Was it Nolan Ryan? Wasn't bad at hitting, was he?
No, he played in the American League all the time. They always had DHs.
No, he played for the Astros when they were in the National League.
Yeah, he did for a minute.
Yeah.
For a minute.
I thought he wasn't awful. I remember who was awful was Randy Johnson.
Terrible. But him swinging a bat was just weird because the bat looked like it was this big
it was
in his
tiny,
hand.
yeah.
But you got to think that dude could cover to throw outside, you'd have to throw 3 feet off the plate outside for him not to be able to reach it.
Oh yeah.
I think John Smoltz and Greg Maddux weren't terrible hitters. I think, if I remember correctly. They weren't great hitters, but for pitchers, they were.
I just feel like a pitcher would be a little bit better at hitting just because they could read, a ball way better than a hitter can. Because they do it and they know the release points and what it's coming from.
I still need to see that Maddux documentary. Everything I see about it just opens up my eyes about how really good that guy was. His catcher never called his pitches. He called his own pitches from the mound. And it was all in how he caught the ball and where he caught the ball and if he caught it out, if he had caught the ball out, it was going to be a certain pitch. If he caught the ball in, it was going to be a certain pitch.
Mm-hmm.
If he caught it in this direction, it was going to be, inside low. It was just crazy. And there was a story about Jeff Bagwell. I think it was Jeff Bagwell. It was Jeff Bagwell or Craig Biggio, one of the Astros hitters, that in a meaningless game that they were up big, they're talking about pitch counts and pitching and stuff, and Maddux kind of shaking off the catcher a little bit. And he comes out and he's like, I'm going to throw him this pitch. He's like, all right, well, he's kind of looking for something like that. And he's like, I know. He throws the pitch. Guy hits a home run. He's like, he's going to remember that. And played him in the playoffs. Got in the same scenario with him, threw the same pitch, struck him out. Because he was looking for it. Oh, yeah,
I remember seeing that, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, what?
He's looking for it.
Yeah, he's looking for it. But that's why they call him the professor. Now you got to really say he's probably arguably one of the greatest, considering he has no steroid ties and stuff. Never had used velocity. Hey, man, the Flyers are winning 4-2 right now.
Yeah, I just saw that.
I know, that's your jam, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Your jam.
You think?
Yeah. But anyway, what else is new? It's been good with you, other than just chilling.
Work. A lot of it.
I know.
Staying busy. But especially with a short month. Trying to squeeze everything in. I got 3 days less because of that. It's like, damn. Could use the extra few days.
I get it. I know all the extra stuff you got to do. Got to get them safeties in and all that. Yeah, we had our safety meeting today. It was literally a 10-minute phone call about driving.
Yeah, well, it's important.
It is.
I get it.
Especially on my end. I logged 1,300 miles last week.
Dude, that's a lot. You getting it out there.
That money. I need it. Can't get enough of it.
Not enough?
Never enough, bro. Never enough. I need that retirement money. Then it'll be enough. But maybe I'll get the lottery dream. Who knows? But
I'm trying to figure out like how we could take this episode to a random spot here.
go as random as you want to.
I'm like trying to see if I could find like a questionnaire on Twitter that we could follow down.
I like it. I like it. Questioning.
A lot of politics on it, though. Oh, did you know? Did you see Michelle Trachtenberg
I did.
away? Oh, it sucks.
I did. I didn't realize she had just had a liver transplant.
Yeah, apparently.
Which is crazy. I mean, between her and Gene Hackman.
Yeah. Well, they die in threes, they say.
Yeah. Well, who's next? You know, the Pope's not doing very well either right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I won $150 one time. I think I told you the story when Pope John Paul was sick, and they pretty much gave him like the weekend. We had a death pool. We picked a day and time over the weekend. Close to actual time of death won the money. I missed it by 15 minutes. And then I felt awful. Well, I didn't really feel awful. They were like, you should feel awful for winning that. What are you going to do with your money? I'm going to drink on it. Drinking on the Pope tonight.
That's the exact, yeah, thanks, Pope.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. I was actually 15 minutes past the actual time of death.
Still closest to it.
I was. Awful. And then we talked about doing death pools a lot more. But now it's just so random. Like I would have never had Michelle Trachtenberg on my death pool. But I also didn't know she had a liver transplant either. But she did kind of like just vanish from like the public eye, so.
Just vanished?
Well, she was in movies. Like, what's that thing? The last thing I really remember seeing her in was Euro Trip.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she probably did some other stuff, but that was the last thing I really can remember.
I just remember being in like Adventures of Pete and Pete. I was a big fan.
Harriet the Spy?
Yeah, that too.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Not that was that was all a little after my time on that kind of stuff. I did see that Martin retired this week.
Who?
Zach Martin?
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right. He did. He retired this week. 9
Pro Bowls, 7 holding penalties.
That's impressive.
That's crazy.
Considering he probably held every other play, but yeah, you know what it is.
Well, that's the thing. You can call holding every play.
Yeah, exactly.
Every play.
It's just how much you gonna do it.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen some really, really, really egregious ones happen all the time. You're like, you can't see that? But, yeah. See, I'm still sprinkling in. I see a little bit of stuff.
So, let's say.
What you got?
Tell me about some beef jerky.
New jerky. Well, first of all, you didn't send me the read.
I thought you pulled up the Big Forks brand.
I didn't.
Dude.
I know. I'm awful over here. My life has been a mess. My life has been a mess. It's not really a mess. It's just busy. Busy. But Big Fork brand, Chicago-based sauce and jerky company.
There we go.
They have everything from jerky, sauce, to spices, and everything in between. I'm looking forward to the jerky. They still haven't sent it.
Yeah, I need to go back in the email and see if I can find it. There's a tracking number on there, I think.
I'm kind of sad.
Just haven't checked it. Yeah, it should have been here.
Should have been here. Somebody stole our jerky.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Somebody packaged stole our jerky. Oh man, I'd be some neighborhood dog that come by and say, "Ooh, this smells good.
This smells like beef."
This is pork jerky. Let's roll.
Yeah. Oh man, it does sound good though. Need that to show up.
No. But let's see. That tells you that I did something right because I just typed in big and that's what came up with bigfork.com. Where using the promo code JABOTHEPOD will get you a 10% discount.
There it is. 15%.
Is it 15?
15% discount.
Okay.
Using Jabbo the Pod. Make sure you do that. Get yourself some jerky. Get yourself some hot sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out what hot dog sauces are.
I don't know, but I'm down for it. So, yeah, speaking of hot dog sauces, that would be a good idea. Back this summer, me and my brother did the 9 and 9 challenge.
Yeah.
Like 9 hot dogs, 9 beers, 9 innings.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did that. Well, by the third dog, you're like, we got to change up the toppings on this thing. Let's see what we can do. Just a straight ketchup.
Nah, you just got to go plain hot dog like Nathan style.
Straight ketchup dog. And it's like, no, man, we changed it up. So we were putting like just random sauces on there. But yeah, some peri-peri sauce we put on there. It's a British thing. It's really good though. Really good on wings in particularly. He had a bunch of different sauces. There's barbecue sauces we were putting on there. So, I bet there's a good hot dog sauce in there, and that would probably be pretty solid for this summer when me and my brother run this thing back.
Chicago fire sauce.
We could do that for a podcast. So just do the 9 and 9.
Oh my Lord, bro.
You think you could make it? I did it. I did get Juicy Joe after the 9th inning. Because I chugged that last beer after the dog, and we did we upped the difficulty. We chugged every beer, so every one of them we shotgunned.
Ugh. Yeah, no, that's a little overboard right there, buddy.
It was a good time, man.
9 beers, 9 hot dogs, and essentially 2.5 hours.
Yeah. But funny because we were mixing stouts and other things into it too, we got real. They were Keystone Lights. Like,
I get that.
Yeah, you can put those things away. They're nothing.
Yeah, we used to be like that with Miller Lite back in the day.
Yeah, you can smash some light beers.
Smash. We can try some crazy shit like that.
You want to try to do it?
I could do it.
You think you could do it?
I'd give it a go.
You go chug the beers with me?
I'm going to do them chicken dogs.
From Bojangles. Oh, there's a chicken tender in the middle of a fucking hot dog.
I know. I was just joking because you know me and my chicken.
I know. But that's it. I mean, we could do that. We can get chicken tenders and throw them in there.
Dude,
but the hot dog is just like...
I know. I'm a chili cheese dog kind of guy, so I don't know how that would work.
No, you don't want to do that. You're going to taste it again if you do chili cheese dogs. I think we did one dog with chili, maybe with cheese. I can't remember. But like I said, we tried to keep them as...
fairly plain.
Yeah, fairly plain the whole way. Just some kind of sauce or something on top of them.
Man, I'm all kinds of stuff like that. I saw not long ago that Joey Chestnut set some kind of record. He ate like a shrimp eating contest or something. He ate like 12 pounds of shrimp or something like that. And I'm just like, what the?
Well, he did that thing like Buffalo Wild Wings called him out. Was it over the summer or something?
About the wing contest.
Yeah. Say if you could do this, we'll extend like the
50-cent wing.
The all-you-can-eat wings.
Yeah.
During lunchtime or something.
And he went and smashed it.
Yeah, he smashed it. He like doubled the number.
Well, I mean, dude pounded, 73 hot dogs in 10 minutes?
It was nuts.
Just thinking about that, just watching that. Like I watch it every year, but just watching it just
ate 9 dogs in 2.5 hours and felt like shit.
Well, I know they have like the wing eating. I think he holds the world record for hot dogs and wings.
Yeah,
probably more because I mean that's all he does.
I feel like I could put away some wings. Like if I'm hungry, I could. I'm not gonna say I could do it on his level by any means, but like if I was really hungry and I pushed myself to like my limits, these are bone-in wings or traditional wings, right?
Yeah,
I could probably do. I'd say over 30.
you catch me at the right time, I'd be willing to throw some back.
Yeah, I can. I think I could put, but I mean, like that's me pushing myself to. I could go over 30.
And I don't know, my appetite lately has been like shrunk.
Yeah, that's good. That's always a good thing.
It's a good thing. It's just my body telling me I'm too fat. You're too fat.
Just slim it down. Get your summer bod on. Your summer dad bod.
Yeah. Summer farmer saying dad bod.
One where like you have the left arm is tan because it's up against the window
That's
of the car
it.
and you're driving around all the time.
That is it. When I worked for the Death Star, freaking it, I had the worst tan ever. It looked like I had a what's it called? A romper. I had a romper tan line from like the shorts and like the short sleeve shirt. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Dark legs, dark arms, pasty pale, everything else.
Yeah, they'll do it to you. There was that time though where we could only wear pants. That was awful.
Oh, glad that didn't last long.
Yeah, no, that was miserable. Those like first 2 summers were miserable.
Wonder what we missed out on by demanding we wanted the shorts instead of something else.
Oh, you know, like a better work-life balance or something. Maybe 2 weekends off a month.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you on that. With you.
Exactly.
Sad part now is I could have 3-day weekends every weekend, and I never do it.
I get it.
Too easy to make money, man.
Exactly.
Too easy. Too easy. What kind of stuff do you find over there on the Twitter? On the X?
Oh, the X.
Other than a bunch of Doge stuff.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of that on there. But we don't fuck with politics on the show, so.
Nah, very little. Very, 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 very little.
Unless it's something super gay.
Or just super funny.
I'm just kidding. Here we go. We'll dive into the comments on this one. The biggest QB move this offseason will be
wherever Kirk Cousins lands.
It's funny you say that. The first comment is that the Falcons will keep Cousins because they don't want to pay a salary for someone helping another team. Plus, he's a good backup in case Penix gets hurt.
There is talk that right now, you know, they were going to cut him in March. And there is talk now that they may keep him.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
I mean, if they cut him, I mean, there's several teams that'd be interested in him. Several. Just like, you know, look at the Rams looking to trade Stafford.
See, I don't know if that's legit.
I don't know if it's
because as that team got healthier last year,
they got better.
I mean, they played a close game with the Eagles.
They were the best game in the playoffs against the Eagles.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a shot at it.
They had a shot. Yeah. No, I get it. They had an opportunity. That's a weird one.
And they got a good young defense.
They do. Yeah. I mean, they have a lot of good, solid pieces in place that I don't know if you want to mix with that right now. I think it's because they got those young pieces that they got to do some salary dumping now to try to make sure they pay the young pieces. And I think that's why you see the talk of Stafford and especially Kupp, because they've already told Kupp he's gone.
Yeah, like they're already letting him try to find a trade,
yeah.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're doing the same thing with Matthew, but I think a lot of his is more seeing what the market is, what his value is.
Yeah. But I just don't see Stafford leaving. What are you going to do? What are you going to do at quarterback?
Sign Sam Darnold at a lower number than Matt Stafford.
But is that really what you want to do?
I mean, you get what, 10 years younger at the position?
I know, but you can let's say you keep Stafford and you have this team. You got Super Bowl aspirations really with this team.
Yeah.
Stay healthy, continue to get better. That team has opportunity. And all else fails and injuries happen and stuff. You end up with a decent draft pick. Then you pick your quarterback next year. I mean, what? Stafford has a year or two left on the deal.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think
I just let him ride it out there.
He's wanting
he still looks good.
He looks great.
It makes no sense. Maybe you can ask him to restructure and he stays.
I think Stafford's move is big. I think Cousins' move is big. Me personally, I think whatever Pittsburgh decides to do quarterback, it's going to be huge. I don't think they're bringing back Russell.
No, you keep Justin Fields.
After the last 5 games?
Yeah, no. I don't know why you didn't go back to Justin Fields anyway.
I don't know why he didn't just stay with Justin Fields. They were 4-2 at the time that they went. Granted, they went on like a 4 or 5 game winning streak.
Yeah.
With Russell, the offense looked a little better.
But you're still allowing for a young quarterback to develop, especially with your team, your offense. And then you just pull it. It didn't make a lick of sense at the time.
Well, I think they went into it thinking that Russ was going to be the guy, and then he got hurt right there, and they was like, we'll just start Justin, see what happens. And then they went 4-2 to start. And the passing game was a little slow, but to me, he looked a lot more comfortable.
Yeah. Well, and he was getting more comfortable.
Yeah. He looked more comfortable than I ever really saw him with the Bears. Except for like the last 7 games that he played for the Bears.
What quarterbacks ever look comfortable for the Bears? Maybe Jay Cutler?
Jay Cutler on his bike, smoking cigarettes.
He had a cigarette hanging out of his helmet.
I mean, that's crazy to think about that. I saw a meme about that, and they were talking.
There's a whole website dedicated to that.
Yeah. Well, there was as far as like the Bears and stuff, they were talking about we just want this guy to, talking about Caleb Williams to be like the best quarterback in Bears franchise history. And I'm like, well, dude, it's your ceiling is God, where I just lost his fucking name. Jay Cutler. Your ceiling is Cutler.
Yeah.
Your ceiling. I mean, never had a 4,000-yard passer. Ever.
Yeah.
They're the only team to never.
It is funny, Cutler is the ceiling.
He is the ceiling.
Yeah.
He is the ceiling for the Bears. He has probably been the best Bears quarterback ever. And that's crazy. Him and Brandon Marshall were fantastic there. Nice little combo. He's the ceiling, and yet it was Rex Grossman that got him to a Super Bowl.
It was, wasn't it?
But,
the fact that guy got to play in a Super Bowl is kind of annoying.
It was a defensive Super Bowl. It's the same reason Trent Dilfer's got one.
Yeah, Trent Dilfer. Did Vinny Testaverde play in a Super Bowl too?
I don't know if Vinny did. I'm trying to think where he would have, because he was with the Jets and with Tampa, so I don't know. In Carolina for a minute. He may have been a backup somewhere.
I'm trying to think.
He might have been. I think it's also, as far as quarterback moves, I'm not I'm not really sold on any of these quarterbacks this year. I like Jackson Dart. I do think Shador has the potential to be good. I think Cam Ward likes to throw the ball downfield a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But you have that ability when you're playing in the ACC. Defenses in the ACC are starting to remind me a lot of old school Big 12 defenses. Like, let's just score a bunch of points and let's go. That's what makes Clemson a little different. That's why Florida State should be different. But
well, yeah.
But that's neither here nor there either, so.
I mean, Vinny Testaverde made the Pro Bowl in 96 and 98. But no, it does not look like he won a Super Bowl.
I didn't think he won a Super Bowl. I don't even know if he played him.
Who won the Super Bowl in 2006?
2006. That was
Pittsburgh.
That the Chargers?
Yeah. Because he played for New England, so I was like, maybe he got one.
No.
Played for Baltimore in 96, 97. They weren't great yet, but.
I think who else?
He was the starter there for 2 years. He was awful. He did throw for 4,000 yards in 96. That was the year he made Pro Bowl.
Look at that.
Yeah, but they went 4-12.
Ugh. Who was this? New England?
No, Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore.
No, he was the backup to Tom Brady in 2006.
That's a weird backup. How old was he in 2006? Got to be 40 by then, right?
Right, damn near it.
I mean, he was in college in the 80s.
As a starter, Vinny Testaverde's only had 4 winning records out of the 20 years he played.
4?
As the starter,
How many of them were the Jets?
1 year he went 12-1 with the Jets in 98. But he played with the Jets. He had 2 stints. In total, he played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years with them. His first 6 years were with Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Then he went to Cleveland for 3.
Yep.
Baltimore for 2. The Jets for 6. Dallas for 1. Then back to the Jets. Then New England and Carolina.
Yeah, I remember when Carolina called him off the couch.
Yep.
To come play.
They just kind of needed him.
They did need him.
Yeah.
That was, I want to think that was during the Jimmy Clausen years, I think. Wow, what a flame out that was.
God, that was a bad
All the Notre Dame quarterbacks, really.
Mm-hmm.
Clausen, Brady.
Yeah.
Wasn't that his name, Brady?
Yep.
Sean Kaiser.
Kaiser was bad, yeah.
Just terrible.
None of them panned out.
None. Who was the last good Notre Dame quarterback? As far
Joe
as
Montana?
That had NFL success. Probably is Montana. If I had to think about it. I think it is. I think it is Montana.
We'll look that one up. We figured it out. Oh, it was Brady Quinn.
Brady Quinn. Yeah. Well, I was right on the first name.
Yeah.
He was too big of a musclehead.
Yeah.
Like, apparently he was freaking ripped.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently he still is ripped.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me.
Isn't he, God, he was one of Ohio State's linebackers. Isn't he like A.J. Hawk's like brother-in-law?
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Ian Book was bad.
Mm-hmm. Who else is on that list?
Let's keep going back. Man, we're getting this. They were brutal for a while, though.
Hey, Joe Theismann.
Yeah. Steve Berline.
Rick Meyer. I'm sitting here looking at a list, and I'm like, man, I forgot about some of these dudes.
Dude, Joe Montana is the last good quarterback out of Notre Dame. He played at Notre Dame in the late 70s.
Yeah. Yeah, Rick Meyer was kind of a flop. Clausen was a flop. Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at this list. There's nothing good there.
When you think about it, there's only 2 good quarterbacks that came out of there.
Theismann in Montana.
Yeah.
Man. Well, that's just the thing, man. There's so many college quarterbacks, and then you get,
Yeah.
I mean, there's how many Division I teams? 130 something now.
A ton.
Yeah.
A ton.
And then you get surprise picks like Joe Flacco and coming from D2 schools. I saw a meme the other day that somebody wanted to see prime Johnny Manziel in the NIL era.
Oh, God, they've been awesome.
You know how much shit that dude would have talked?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he talked shit anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But just imagine how flashy he would have been, too.
Just imagine if he had just cared a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. He didn't care, though.
He was a party dude.
I mean, he talked about it, too.
Yeah.
He did not care.
Watched no film ever. Too busy partying. But, I mean, he got a little money out of it, so whatever. Which college team has been the most successful at the quarterback position? Without having to look it up, what do you think?
No, I'm gonna type in my question first. All right. All right. So I'm gonna say. Man, that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to. Man, really thinking about it. Really thinking about it. Ohio State didn't have really many for a while.
Trying to find it now.
I'm gonna say Oklahoma.
Top 25 college football QB factories. This is from a Bleacher Report article. That's old. That's super old.
Purdue has produced more quarterbacks who have won league touchdown titles than any other school.
I saw the Purdue and I was like, what?
Yeah, that's AI picking it up.
Yeah.
USC's
had a few.
Yeah.
Palmer, Leinard. I'm sure there's some older guys in that. I'm just trying to think of like
Stanford.
Andrew Luck. Who else?
Elway.
Yeah.
Plunkett.
Yeah. It's not terrible. Not terrible. Cal. This thing's got Cal. Played it freaking Cal besides
Aaron Rodgers. Oh, Goff.
Jared Goff. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, the list I'm looking at has Purdue, Cal, USC, Notre Dame, Alabama, which, I mean, I guess they're okay at the moment. Miami put a bunch in there. I mean, Testaverde, Gino Torretta. Cam Ward's going to go this year. Florida under Spurrier put some in the league, even though none of them really panned out. I mean, going all the way back to like Danny Werfel. Really seeing anything that's like giving me. All right. College with the most NFL draft picks by position. All right. Quarterbacks. I want to take a guess at who is number one on this list.
Most drafted?
Drafted.
Oklahoma?
USC.
USC. Damn, I knew
with
that.
the most drafted. Running backs.
Bama.
Nebraska.
Oh, man, it's going back, though.
Yeah. Here lately, in the last 20 years, it's been
it's Bama.
In the last 15 years, it's been Bama.
Yeah.
Easily. Wide receivers.
It's funny because the top wideouts in the league all come from like just random schools, right?
Random schools.
Like AJ Brown, Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I mean, not whack ass schools. I mean, it's still SEC school, but like just not
where you would
like
think.
winner. Yeah, for the talent level.
I mean, look at. I mean, AJ Brown's there. CeeDee Lamb's Oklahoma.
Where did oh god, he played at Ole Miss too.
DK Metcalf.
Yeah, DK. I couldn't think of his name for a second. That's it.
DK was an Ole Miss guy.
Yeah.
Freaking ridiculous.
I think him and AJ Brown played at the same time.
That's sick.
Mm-hmm.
That's sick.
You think Alabama's had some good ones here recently?
I don't know when this is from.
Alabama.
It is not Bama.
No?
According to this, but I don't know when.
I'd say if we did the last 15 or 20 years, we'd be better at this.
I am not really surprised. I'd have probably guessed this. Miami and USC are tied.
Yeah. USC doesn't have enough titles for the amount of draft picks they've had.
Yeah, I mean
they're like a John Calipari team.
Yeah, I mean they've had all kinds of players, bro.
Yeah,
all kinds of players.
So you just talk about the guys that have been in the league for ever and stuff like that. I mean, they just had, of course, Caleb Williams, and they didn't win shit with him.
This list is definitely old. Even though I feel like it's just because it's not updated, but it's just overall tight ends. Notre Dame has had 21 tight ends drafted.
Notre Dame,
21.
Yeah, about that.
USC had 20, Penn State 19, Miami 17. But here recently, it's been Iowa putting them out, which I don't understand that at all. I don't get it. How you even know they're good?
Big corn-fed boys.
Well, I mean, how you even know they're good? They ain't like they see a lot of action.
Maybe they block really well.
I guess. I mean,
it's like, hey, they got the blocking down. We'll be.
I mean, that's where Hawkinson went. That's where Kittle went.
Mm-hmm.
That's who else? There's a couple of them. Seems like all the Iowa.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. Defensive lineman, according to this list.
Who? Dallas Clark with Iowa.
Yeah. There's several in the league right now.
Kittle. Oh, Noah Fant.
Yeah.
Hawkinson and Sam Laporta.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You essentially have several of the best in the league.
Call that tight end university right there.
Yeah. Well, it's like Bama was running back you for a little while. I mean, Ohio State's wide receiver right now.
Right now, yeah.
I mean, it's like they just are
They're
producing
good.
multiple first-round picks every year at that position.
Not surprised either.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think this list is very old. very old. Why can't you just give me a good list? What college has produced the most NFL quarterbacks? According to College Vine, you forget about Sam Darnold with USC.
Yeah, I always forget about
it. Wow. You kind of forget it. You were talking about Purdue, and the only thing I could think was Drew Brees, but they also had Bob Greasy and Lynn Dawson, which that's pretty crazy. Michigan with Brady, Henne, Greasy. Yeah, this is more of a current list. 8 college football teams with the most QBs on NFL rosters at this moment. Number 1 is Alabama.
Makes sense, yeah.
I mean, you've got Mac Jones, Tua, and Bryce Young. I mean, you really want to be honest, you got Jalen Hurts, too. I mean, he's more Alabama than a freaking Oklahoma.
He's both. He claims both.
He can claim both. I get it.
Both.
I get it. He can claim both. Even though they ran him out there. Ran him out of there because of Tua.
I know one's got a Super Bowl ring.
One does. One does.
Throw that out there.
Got a whole lot of handprints on his ass, too.
Whatever, man. It works. You can keep hating on the play. It works. People hate it because they can't do it.
Bro.
You hate it because you can't do it. You don't have the quarterback to do it.
It ain't even about that.
Yeah, it is.
I don't like to push it anyway. I don't care who does it. But if it wasn't your team doing it, if it was the Cowboys doing it every time, you'd be losing your fucking mind about it.
I hate everything the Cowboys do.
I'm just saying, if it was the Cowboys doing it, you'd be losing your mind.
I probably wouldn't care as much. I really don't think I would. I mean, because I think it's fascinating to watch another team try it and be unsuccessful, and it just shows you how difficult that play is to execute.
I get
it. And the people that push for it to get banned, the league did a review to see if it was injury prone. There wasn't one injury based on that that happened out of that play this year. They ain't gonna ban it. It works. It works. Anyway, you have the personnel to do it. I'm sorry, we have the best O-line and probably the strongest legs in a quarterback in the whole league.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, speaking of squats and everything like that, they asked Saquon Barkley if Jalen Hurts would give him a run for his money in squats. He's like, no. Dude, so they show him. He's got, I think it's like 585 or it was right around 600 pounds.
Is that where Hurts is standing behind him? And he's just like,
he's just like, yeah. Oh no, he did a set of 10 of them or something.
Yeah, and he's just like, what?
He's like, Jalen Hurts like, it took everything in my legs to get that 600 up, and Saquon's just like,
did 10 at 650 easily.
Fucking getting it.
We were talking about the QBs on the list. Number 2 is Georgia. Active at the moment. Stetson Bennett, Jake Fromm, Matthew Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Jacob Eason is somewhere too. Or he was on somebody's practice squad.
Yeah, it could be.
I feel like.
They probably include if they spent any kind of time on the active roster.
3 is Houston with Kyle Allen, Case Keenum, Clayton Tune. Whoever the hell that guy is.
I remember Tune. Where's he at? I didn't think.
He's somewhere, apparently.
Oh, speaking of Georgia, your boy Carson Beck just go back to college instead of going pro.
Good on him.
No, don't you remember we had the conversation? It's like his agent's like, let's see how. Or what was it? Damn it, I'm stumbling over my words. We said something like his agent was shopping him around for the league to see where his draft stock was. And he called him. He was like, Nah, man, you
You
gotta go back to college.
well, he's gonna make like $7 or $8 million in Miami. Yeah,
I
so
know.
go get it, sir. Go get it.
I mean, yeah, he's doing fine in college. Why?
Number 4 on this list surprised me. North Carolina.
Yeah,
You got Drake May, Sam Howell, and Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, Trubisky's hanging on by a thread.
He's a solid backup.
I mean, yeah,
He's
why
solid
not?
backup.
Why not? Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, you have to consider he technically has a winning record as a starter.
Yeah.
I ain't saying it's a good record, but he has a winning record.
He ain't no Jay Cutler.
He ain't no Jay Cutler, no. No. Number 5 on this list is North Dakota State.
Carson Wentz and what's his name?
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, that's it.
And Easton Stick is somewhere floating around.
All right, back up.
Let's see, where does it say Stick is? Stick.
Well, I mean, it's because
was selected by the Chargers.
North Dakota does really well in that second division, whatever they call it.
Oklahoma has 3.
They count Jalen Hurts.
I'm guessing they're counting Hurts. It's Hurts, Mayfield, Kyler Murray.
Really, you got to think that's probably the best collection of quarterbacks right now.
Yeah. You got Oregon with 3 with Anthony Brown Jr., Justin Herbert, Marcus Mariota.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee has a bunch of backups with Joshua Dobbs, Hendon Hooker, and Joe Milton.
Yeah.
And that's where the list ends. But it's just like, what? You're right, though. It is probably Oklahoma has the best group.
Kentucky's got one. They don't like him in Tennessee, but we got one.
You got one. You got one. He ain't going to be there very much longer.
It doesn't look like it.
That trade that I told you that they talked about, if I'm Tennessee, I take that trade all day.
I agree with you. Yeah.
All day.
If I ever have the first round, the number 1 overall pick, I trade out of it no matter what.
I don't know. It depends on what's sitting there. What's sitting there? Because, you and I both agree that Carter is the guy.
Well, yeah.
But are they going to be brave enough to pull a Houston the year that they drafted was it the kid out of NC State? They took with the first overall pick, the defensive end.
Oh, Houston was Mario Williams.
Mario Williams.
Yeah.
Are they going to be brave enough to do something like that? Because it was Mario or Reggie Bush at the time is what they were talking about.
Let's just talk about number 1 overall picks in recent history.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Caleb Williams last year, right? You trade out of that spot no matter what.
I would have traded. But I would have kept Justin Fields in the first place. I would have kept Justin Fields, traded that pick, and got more picks to build my roster.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's what I would have done. That's what I'm saying.
You and I we've agreed on that from day one.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels was the
guy.
But see, the thing was, you knew you could get him a little bit later, and it'd have been okay.
Well, here's the thing.
Because to move from 3rd to 1, you're going to get an extra first round pick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You make the move, right? All right, go year before Bryce Young.
Carolina traded up to get him.
And they fucked it up because the owner's an idiot. Mm-hmm. But we know C.J. Stroud was the guy that year.
Yep.
C.J. Stroud was later in that round too.
Well, you call second later, yeah, but yeah.
Was he the second pick overall?
Yeah, he was the second pick.
I must be confusing him with somebody else.
That's what I was saying. The last couple of years, it's been quarterback.
Okay. Yep. All right. Let's put it this way. So, anyways, you trade out of it.
Yep.
I think that's going to be the move.
Chicago was smart to trade out of it.
Yeah, exactly. They made the right move.
Yeah.
There's no need to do anything there.
Yep.
You got a fucking deal of a lifetime too. Too bad they can't turn it into anything.
We'll see. Yeah. We'll see what Ben Johnson can do.
I'll be interested. But if you think he's going to be the quarterback whisperer here, I think they're confused. The head coach doesn't do that.
I need to see more. Just the stuff I heard early about him in the locker room and stuff drove me crazy too. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I wasn't really huge on him. You wasn't really huge on him. It just didn't.
Yeah.
I'm still not overly huge on him, but hey, he did have, I would say, statistically, a very successful rookie.
Yeah.
His stats weren't terrible.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Offensive line was garbage. He took a lot
Yeah.
of sacks, but he took a lot of sacks because he was holding on to the ball
well,
too long.
you're learning at that at that time too, and I mean, you put him in an awful situation. I think that's the problem with drafting a quarterback number 1 overall. So let's go back the year before. Trayvon Walker, he's the defensive end out of Georgia. Jacksonville took him number 1 overall. Not necessarily a bad pick, but if you're going to take a defensive end, trade out of it.
Yeah, you can get a defensive end a couple picks later.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you look at the four years before that, all of them were quarterbacks. It was Trevor Lawrence, it was Joe Burrow, it was Kyler Murray, it was Baker Mayfield. I mean, Joe Burrow is probably the only one that you wouldn't want to trade out of. And he's turned out to prove that. Now, Baker, if he was given a better situation,
yeah,
it would have been okay.
Well, Baker went in and earned the situation, and Cleveland just fucked it up.
Yeah, exactly. No, I get that. I mean, they're eating it right now.
Oh, they're eating it.
They gotta hate life
badly.
Yeah, because he's turned it on, and I mean, the dude made the Pro Bowl the last 2 years.
Played great.
Yeah,
played great. I mean, you say made the Pro Bowl the last 2 years, but like, he actually is one of the few that actually earned it. Because, I mean, Drake May ended up being a Pro Bowler this year.
Yeah, I know, because people opt out.
Yeah. When you go in 16 deep at a quarterback to get a Pro Bowl, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, the Pro Bowl, I guess, recognition isn't that great.
No. But I mean, yeah, Burrow's probably the one you don't trade out of.
Yeah, and Myles Garrett was the year before, and again, defensive.
Yeah, but he was head and shoulders like the best player in that draft.
No, I get that. And then 2016 was Jared Goff. But see, the thing is like when you hold that pick, I just think you trade out of it.
Yeah.
Right? Like it just seems to make sense.
Well, I'd say Myles Garrett was head and shoulders the best player in that draft.
Yeah.
At the time. Because you end up with Kansas City trading up.
Yeah.
With Buffalo of all people to get Mahomes. Which is just insane to me. Obviously, you guys took a guy by the name of Derek Barnett in the first round.
That was a bad pick.
Better pick than probably Jalen Reagor.
Yeah, I would say so.
But yeah, you had Goff.
The Eagles haven't had the first overall pick since 1949.
And then you see teams like Cleveland, they get it like back-to-back years.
Yeah, no. Cleveland's had it 5 years. Or 5 times. The Colts have had it the most. But that's combined Baltimore and Indianapolis.
Well, it's kind of like what's that stat where
the Rams have had it 7 times.
Out of all the teams in the AFC East, the Jets are 5th when it comes to division titles. Because the Colts actually have more division titles in the East than they do. That's just hilarious to me. Carolina's had a few over the last few years. Carolina's between Cam and they used it for quarterbacks. That's insane. I feel like they had it the very first year they were in the league and actually traded out of it.
They did.
Traded back to 5th and drafted Kerry Collins, if I remember correctly. But I mean,
funny it is like the Panthers have had 2 number 1 overalls, and the Jaguars have also had 2
number 1.
Yeah.
Who was the other Jag? Oh, it was Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, you look at all the quarterbacks taken. You go Goff, Winston, Clowney. You get a little break between Clowney and Fisher, which Fisher apparently tanked too, because you would think that guy, he just did nothing, I don't think.
Yeah.
And then you had a run from 2009 to 2012 with Stafford, Bradford, Newton, Andrew Luck. Then we had our favorite draft pick in 2007 by Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the biggest flops of all time.
God awful flops.
Yeah.
Like not even close. I wonder who else was drafted and who went behind him that year. I'm just curious. Oh, 2 Hall of Famers, Calvin Johnson and Joe Thomas. Literally right behind him.
Good job, Raiders.
And you really want to go crazy? That was also Patrick Willis, Darrelle Revis.
Oh.
Adrian Peterson was also in that draft.
Man.
Just ridiculous. That's not nearly as bad. I still think my team holds the worst pick ever. Top 5 pick ever in the NFL.
Ryan Leaf was pretty bad.
Ryan Leaf was bad. Packers passed on Derek Thomas, I believe, and no, what was it? Derek Thomas? It was either. Hang on, I'll find out. It was either Derek Thomas and Deion Sanders, or I feel like Deion was one of them. Let me find that draft. Let me find that draft. I know who was number 1 that year. That was the Troy Aikman year.
Well, the Eagles passed up on Justin Jefferson.
They did. It was the 1989 draft. The Packers had the 2nd overall pick. So they passed on 3 Hall of Famers. Bear Sanders, Derek Thomas, Deion Sanders.
Ooh.
Back to back to back. They were the only team in the top 5 to not draft a Hall of Famer that year.
Who did they pick?
Tony Mandarich. The big steroid head. Dude looked like a monster.
Yeah.
But apparently the monster could only get you so far. Couldn't handle it in the pros.
No.
I mean, when you're that big in college, I could completely see where you would be a beast.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just crazy. Crazy. I still think that's the best top 5 in any draft ever.
Who went 1?
Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman.
I mean, granted, stat-wise, it's but I mean, he won 3 Super Bowls.
I mean, he was the fit for what worked there.
Yeah. Well, that was the year the Cowboys actually drafted 2 quarterbacks in the 1st and 2nd round that year.
They wanted to make sure they got it right.
Well, they drafted the kid out of Miami too. That might have been a forget how they did it. It's not even showing him on here, but they drafted 2 quarterbacks. Ooh, Steve Atwater went in that draft also. Andre Rison.
Ooh, he's in the Hall of Fame.
I don't think so.
No? You sure?
I'm almost positive. Andre Rison, not even close. He was a good player, don't get me wrong. But the weirdest thing I can remember about Andre Rison is the fact that Left Eye burned his house down. Or it didn't burn it down, but definitely set it on fire.
R.I.P.
Right.
I go back and look at some of these draft picks we've had. Ooh.
Oh, the Eagles.
Yeah.
Dude,
Thankfully, we started getting it right in 2021.
Howie Roseman's done a very, very, very good job.
Yes. Like, I'm going back and look at our listen to our 2022 draft.
Mm-hmm.
We had 5 picks in that draft.
Okay.
4 of them ended up starting for the Super Bowl team. Jordan Davis.
Okay.
Cam Jurgens.
Yeah.
Nakobe Dean. And Grant Calcaterra.
That's great. Fantastic. Yeah, Calcaterra is going to be pushing on Dallard Goddard out of there before long.
Yeah, Calcaterra looks good. He looks real good.
He looks legit.
I mean, dude, like think about like even in 23 we did well. Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith,
Yeah,
Tyler Steen, who's been fantastic filling in.
he did great last year.
Sidney Brown, get like neither does Keely Ringo, but they both got in. Got Tanner McKee, who I think is better than Kenny Pickett.
They should 100%.
Let Pickett go.
Yeah.
And then Ojomo was our 7th round pick, and that dude is a beast on the line.
That's the weird thing about offensive linemen. You can get those guys anywhere.
Well, I'm talking about he's a D lineman.
Is he a D lineman?
Yeah. But he's a 7th round pick in 03 or 23.
Well, I mean, D lineman and O lineman, you can kind of find those guys. You can find those diamonds in the rough.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how well this draft class works out from last year. Kenyon Mitchell,
so
Hubert
far,
Dejean, Jalix Hunt, Will Shipley. I mean, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. and Trevor Keegan all in there. I've seen all those guys got run this year. Did well. Done well drafting.
They did. They've done great. They've done great all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
All over the place. You guys have hosed the Titans. I don't know how many times. So Titans just can't get it right.
21 draft's been pretty good too.
Can't get it right. What'd you guys get in 21?
Devontae Smith, Landon Dickerson,
Yeah.
Milton Williams, Kenny Gainwell.
Yeah.
Those are all pretty solid.
Can't argue with it.
But man, I go back and you look, there's some tough ones in that 2020 draft. Of course, we got Jalen Hurts. With that fucking Jalen Rager pick. Oh,
Ooh.
That one hurts.
Which one? You say 2021?
Not that 2020.
2020. I want to see you.
Jalen Rager.
I want to see where'd you guys get him at?
21.
That was the year that it was wide receiver fucking heavy, sir.
And Justin Jefferson went after.
I mean, Brandon Ayuk went after.
Yeah.
I mean, that was, ooh. The whole draft was pretty stacked. Except Detroit and Jeff Okudah. He was awful. Andrew Thomas for the Giants. Giants can't draft anybody either. They're awful. I thought Carolina did very well with Derek Brown that year. That is the year that we decided we were going to slowly move on from God, dude, you can tell I am like just out of it.
It's all good.
Yeah, there's guys that played Aaron Rodgers. That's when we decided to slowly move on from him. That was the Jordan Love year. Dude, my brain is just like, get it together, Steve. Get it together. Lord. Yeah, I don't know. I like to just go back and look at drafts and just see like where some of these guys are and like guys that I really liked. And you're like, oh, okay. I guess he was all right. It's where you and I get to see, oh, well, how good were we at like guessing how good these guys were going to be.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been okay the last few years about it.
I think we have. Yeah.
I feel like we've been good. I will admit I did, we both thought that Daniels was the better quarterback, but I didn't expect him to have the year that he had.
No.
Your 2020 draft is also where I saw it. Zach Bond came from.
Yeah.
Yep. 3rd round pick by the New Orleans that year.
Yeah, he turned into something this year. I hope we re-sign him.
I gotta imagine, dude.
I think he's probably the number one priority in free agency for the Birds. It's got to be.
There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of interest in him.
Oh, I'm
The
sure there
the
is.
Birds may have to write him a big fat check to keep him. It's whether they want to do that or not is the question.
Well, I think it's going to come.
Well, he started playing, didn't he? Only reason he really ended up starting was because of an injury, right?
No, I mean he kind of just played his way into it. He was there all year.
I know he was there all year.
I mean, it's just we didn't have a whole lot of like proven talent. He just emerged, and I think Bond is. Hopefully, he's that guy that is not out for money, but to continue to be successful. So other teams could come knocking with a bigger payday, but
maybe he stays for a shot at winning, stays for less money,
for a little bit less. He deserves to get paid what he deserves, right? He deserves a big payday. You don't play like that and win a Super Bowl because of your play without being compensated for it. So he definitely deserves it because he played his way into a good contract. But I'm hoping the hometown discount is there for him.
I've read an article that Carolina's really interested in it.
I think everybody across the league is, honestly.
Well, I mean, that's where Carolina is probably the weakest, is in the middle.
Yeah.
They've got crap for linebackers. Crap. They really hadn't had linebackers since Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly left.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Who knows, sir? Who knows? Man, this has been kind of weird. We're just all over the place today.
Yeah, we are, but that's good because we didn't want a big episode or a long episode, and I think we just wanted to kind of bullshit around today.
Yeah, we did. I'll be better prepared next week. I'll dive harder into the combine.
Yeah, we need to do that so we give a better coverage on that.
Yeah,
maybe
it'll be combine and review.
Maybe watch the combine, sip on some good feels.
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea.
Wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah, you can get yourself a 20% discount.
Let me guess, with the Jabbo the Pod promo code.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, you go to getgoodfeels.com for that. It's a cannabis seltzer from shop.getgoodfeels.com. They offer a new era of refreshment crafted with high-quality natural ingredients. These beverages provide a consistent, enjoyable, and uplifting experience perfect for any occasion. Enjoy an exclusive discount with the promo code. You definitely need to check that out and maybe watch the combine with some good feels.
I like it.
Yeah.
Let me give the combine a good look. That's what I was doing this weekend because I'm actually not working. I'm doing nothing.
Yeah, we're going to the Dirty Myrtle.
I know it's sad, right? You won't be that far away.
Well, I can't bet down there, though. So no college basketball betting this weekend. Stupid South Carolina.
Let me know. I'll throw some stuff around.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
Man, we were talking about going and getting on the boat one night.
Dude, we should do that. Do a little gambling?
Yeah.
Do a little gambling on the boat out there? You want to do some gambling?
I could do a little gambling on the boat.
Yeah.
Definitely do a little gambling on the boat.
I'm a fan. You can do gambling.
I know. I've been looking at a lot of roulette strategies.
I don't know if there's really a strategy. That's a game of luck.
Now there's strategies. There's strategies. I've been watching. There are some that, like the way it's played out and stuff, the way you bet, that you can make some money off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you end up. I watched one with the way he plays, way he bets. He only ends up not covering like two numbers.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's really weird. It's really good, but I dug it. One of those I want to try. I want to give that a go. I want to see how much, but it's really weird how it's done. He started off with $125 and placed all the chips down, and he ended up raking back, I think, $225 with that strategy. He did it a couple times in a row. I'll take easy wins like that.
I bet you will.
Yeah, but it won't work like that. I'll be when it rolls up double zeros. It'd be the green on me.
The green?
Yeah, it'll be the green. DJ Dallas. I don't remember that guy at Miami. I'm just looking at some of these random names from the bottom of the draft. I got to imagine Tom Brady's probably the greatest late round pick.
Yeah, he's got to be. Honest, I mean, he's considered the greatest football
player. But I mean, I get that, but I'm just saying of like all time, he's got to be the most successful late round pick.
Yeah.
Even though old Brock Purdy's getting ready to get paid, so
as he should.
As he should. Question is, what's the number going to be?
What's the number? I mean,
and there's still stuff floating around that he could still get.
Gotta be 50.
50, 55.
50. I think 50 is that number now. It's going to be 50.
Man. It's just, I don't know. I don't think none of those guys are worth that kind of money. But when the cap keeps going up, they're going to keep paying guys. That's what makes me wonder exactly how Cincinnati's going to do whatever they got to do, because they still got to play Chase too, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he coming up too? Like
no, they've already said. They've already.
Did they pay Chase?
Yeah.
He's what, the highest paid wide receiver?
I think so. Yeah.
Or if he is, he's just like $1 higher than like Justin Jefferson or something like that.
Yeah, he signed a 4-year, $30 million deal.
I want to think it totals out just a little higher than Justin Jefferson.
Fully guaranteed.
NFL done got soft with fully guaranteed contracts.
Just like baseball.
Oh God, I hate those fully guaranteed deals in baseball. But I am very,
especially when they're deferred and it has the player play until they're 50.
Yeah, man. I watched some video where it was a guy that was, I guess, was playing MLB The Show or something like that.
Oh,
and it was
you sent it to me.
Yeah, where they had guys still playing in their like 50s. I'm like, what the fuck?
And dudes had like fucking 1,500 home runs.
Yeah, you're like, get out of here.
He retired at the ripe young age of fucking 67. You're like,
get out of here.
Come on, video game. You know they're going to retire 40. Tops.
40 tops, bro.
Yeah.
Tops.
Exactly.
Me personally,
it's still hitting dingers at 60.
Me personally, I'm getting that guaranteed deal. And my back hurts.
Oh, I just signed up for AARP, but I'm about to go out here.
I'm gonna pull a Joel Embiid.
No shit. Don't get me on that. Don't get me on that. No.
Yeah, but him shutting it down is probably the best thing for him
and this team this season. Everything, shut it down, go rehab, and like make sure he has.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they probably don't own a first round draft pick, so it doesn't matter where they finish.
Yeah, I think they own it. Pretty sure they do.
Sure about that?
Yeah.
I think they do. I think they gave that shit up a long time ago. Long time ago.
No, they traded their first rounder to Kansas City. Or Oklahoma City, not Kansas City. To get Danny Green.
Okay.
It is protected though. So if they finish in the top 6 in the draft lottery,
they get to keep it.
They can keep it.
I saw a thing the other day, and I was like, man, if that happened, that'd be some bullshit. Talking about the Wemby. Talking about him getting her and the Spurs getting the first pick and teaming Wendy with Cooper Flag.
I just don't know how well that would work out. Right?
I still need to see. I think Cooper is a fantastic college player. Me personally, I'd like to see him stick around another year. I think with his attitude and what he said as far as bringing back the hate to Duke, I don't think you can just play 1 year and roll out.
No, you can't. You're not going to bring back the hate to Duke.
You got to be multiple years.
Yeah.
And you got to kill for multiple years. Which, I mean, they've been just fine this year. Speaking of which, I still don't understand the Hubert Davis extension. I don't get it.
Someone's annoyed.
I'm slightly. Considering I'd already talked about I'm ready to roll on, but where you go?
Oh, yeah, no, I get it.
Who do you go get?
I mean, the Sixers.
I mean, at this point, there's no Carolina guy out there worth getting.
No.
I mean, you got to go outside the box. And like names I saw was like Nate Odoms.
Nate Oates.
Yeah, Nate Oates. Sorry.
Yeah.
God, what am I part? McDermott from Creighton.
Yeah.
It's a couple of ACCs or SEC coaches.
Well, it ain't gonna be.
It ain't gonna be. It won't be any of those guys now.
They would go back into the family anyway before they went outside.
Oh, they would have.
You know damn well they're not gonna hire anybody from the outside. If it ain't part of the fucking dean tree, it ain't gonna come through there.
No, and it just irks the shit out of me. Yeah. But anyway, what else you got?
I got nothing. I'm gonna hit you with some Old Glory though, real fast.
All right.
Yeah, you need some new gear. Doesn't look like they have any Super Bowl gear.
No Super Bowl gear?
Yeah, I think he would need some Super Bowl gear. The Super Bowl just ended. And he has some new Super Bowl champs, and like, let's get some gear. Like, I got this new cup today.
Yeah, I see your new cup.
Did you see my cup?
Yeah, I seen your cup.
My cup? You like my cup? Yeah, go
I don't
Bowl.
like your cup.
Go Birds. Super Bowl champs. Just wanted to remind you in case you forgot.
Oh, I ain't forgot, bro.
But you got St. Patrick's Day coming up. They got that kind of merch, you know. So if you don't know about Old Glory, they offer over 300,000 items for music, sports, entertainment, and pop culture fans, featuring officially licensed merch from iconic bands and top sports teams. Discover your perfect fan gear and save with the Jabbo the Pod promo code. You get yourself 20% off with the Jabbo, or 15% off. Sorry, yours was 20% off. I'm getting all the numbers mixed.
Yeah,
so it's 15% off at Old Glory, 20% off at Big Fork Brands.
Yep,
let's get that correct. But yeah, we could sign off on the note of me effing up the ad read.
Oh, dude, we. Well, at least you didn't throw it to me this week without having it in front of me.
The script.
I thought I did good though.
No, you winged it and it was perfect. You did exactly what we needed to have.
Hey man, I get blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we got homework to do for y'all this week. We will get some combine action. Get a little bit more fluent about the NFL draft that's going to be coming up. Free agency. We'll dive in a little bit more of, especially since that's going to start in a week. I think the legal tampering.
Yeah, it's going on now.
Tampering period starts here.
It's already happening.
Well, of course, the tampering, but the legal tampering, which makes no sense. Legal tampering.
Yeah.
The definition of tampering
is illegal.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got that coming up. March Madness will be happening. We need to get a little bit more prepared for that. The brackets and bets and things like that, because we haven't really talked money. We haven't talked money in a minute. Yeah. Baseball's coming around, and I love betting baseball. I don't know why, but I do.
I actually did okay in the little bit of baseball I betted on last year.
I did okay. I did okay. Yeah, that's why that's why I'm excited.
We're gonna do a fantasy baseball team this year. We're gonna try that.
We can do a Jabbo fantasy team.
Let's do a Jabbo team. Let's see.
Oh, dude, we could just fucking do a whole pod with us drafting.
Yeah, I'm down.
I have no idea how to play. This would be my first time doing fantasy baseball.
Yeah, both of us.
All right, cool.
I've never done it either.
All right. Well, the big screen at the bottom that you see, we'll load the draft board up there. Anybody that's in the chat just wants to tell us who we should pick in that thing, we'll go with it.
Yeah.
And just see what we get. As long as they don't say like something stupid. Like was it John Rocker?
John Rocker.
You saw the video, right? With Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, I did. With Pat Mahomes Sr.
Dude, he would have got rocked. John
Rocker looked
was
like he was
huge.
he looked like he was feeling pretty good though too. He
Oh,
had
yeah,
he had a little wobble in
Yeah,
it.
he was a little, but he's
huge.
fucking jacked.
Yeah.
It was like dude's been hitting the weights and the bevies.
Dude still works out all the time. It looks like.
Yeah, he's ripped. All right, man. Well, yeah, we'll be a little bit more prepared.
I'm in.
Yeah. This was a fun episode. Kind of bullshit around, just more sitting around and doing whatever we want to.
I like the bullshit episodes sometimes.
Yeah, good one. I like it. Well, man, till next week.
Yes, sir.
Bye.